In the Zeta-2 Reticuli system, the probe finds the remains of the destroyed Nostromo ship and a petrified object. The probe picks up the object, which is taken for splitting. A split reveals the remains of a xenomorph inside the object. In the mining community, Rain, played by Kaylee Spaney, and her synthetic brother Andy, played by David Johnson, are waiting for the end of a fixed employment contract that will release Rain from mining. Just when Rain is supposed to be released, the mining company orders her 5 to 6 more years of work. Rain's old friend Tyler, played by Archie Renault, asks to visit. Rain and Andy arrive at the building where they meet Rain's good friend, Tyler's sister Kay, played by Isabella Merced, Navarro, played by Aileen Wu, and Bjorn, played by Spike Fairn. The young people are tired of life in the mine, but leaving the planet is not possible because it takes 9 years to travel to the planet where the young people would like to go, and traveling requires cryo-sleeping. The Corbelan ship available to crew do not contain hypersleep pods, which would enable cryo-sleeping. Tyler and his friends have found an abandoned spaceship on near-planet orbit, and there are 5 hypersleep pods. The crew need Andy to get into the spaceship. They decide to go on Corbelan's ship to an abandoned spaceship to retrieve hypersleep pods.
Right, take a good look outside the window. That's the way I see it, we're never coming back.
先到达一半的，再他们也不回来了。
You good?
I'm good.
Approaching the object in the space, the crew realizes that it is not a spaceship, but a space station. They dock at the station, and Andy, Taylor, and Bjorn go to the space station. The trio notices the station is in a weightless state, which periodically restores gravity to keep the system in order. They find the hypersleep pods, and Andy turns on the station's mother computer mainframe for the trio to test and disconnect the pods. It turns out that the hypersleep pods don't have enough energy for a 9-year trip. Trio start looking for energy tanks at the station. Navarro loads the hypersleep pods onto Corbelan's ship, while Kay confesses to Rain that she is pregnant. When Andy, Taylor, and Bjorn are looking for energy tanks, they find out that the station is a Weyland-Yutani research station, which is divided into 2 sections, Romulus and Remus, referencing the Roman legend. The trio find a laboratory where the floor has corroded through several layers. They also find the badly damaged upper torso of Android. Eventually, trio find fuel in the cryo chamber. Just as they are about to remove one of the containers, the door to the room closes, the temperature starts to rise, and the red light comes on. They can't get out of the room because that requires science officer privileges, which Andy doesn't have. Rain and Navarro decide to go help the trio out of the room. Rain removes the data drive from the damaged android so it can be installed on Andy, while Navarro finds a portable X-ray machine. Tyler installs the data drive on Andy, who starts rebooting himself. At the same time, in the cryo chamber, dozens of facehuggers are released from their cassettes and try to attach themselves to Tyler and Bjorn's faces. Andy reboot ends and they escape the cryo chamber, only to be followed by a large number of facehuggers. The crew escape to the lab, but one facehugger manages to attach itself to Navarro's face. Andy advises to start the damaged android so they can get help for Navarro. The damaged android tells what has happened to Navarro, as well as what happened at the station, how the remains of the xenomorph found near the Nostromo managed to breed new facehuggers. The crew managed to remove the facehugger from Navarro's face by freezing the facehugger. Andy believes Navarro got the alien seed from facehugger and won't let Navarro back on Corbelan's ship. Navarro and Bjorn escape to Corbella's ship, leaving Andy, Tyler, and Rain on the space station. Just as Corbelan's ship has detached, Navarro begins to feel pain in her chest. With the help of a portable X-ray, a chest burster is revealed inside of Navarro, pushing through her chest. At the same time, Corbelan flies out of control, crashing into the space station and finally stops at the space station's docking port. Tyler and Rain begin to head towards the docking gate, while the damaged android manipulates Andy into his own mission. The trio make their way through a room full of facehuggers while on Corbelan's ship. Kay finds the chestburster skin, as well as the xenomorph's cocoon state on the wall. Bjorn dies from the acid that spilled out of the xenomorph cocoon. Kay runs to the door of the docking gate, with Tyler, Andy, and Rain on the other side. Kay is grabbed by a xenomorph hatched from its cocoon. Andy takes Tyler and Rain to an experimental lab where the black goo known from Prometheus has been developed. Andy follows the company's mission to deliver black goo to a mining planet. Tyler and Rain arm themselves with pulse rifles. Andy takes black goo, and the trio head for Corbelan's ship. On the way, they come across an alien lair where they find a surviving Kay pinned to a wall. Tyler frees Kay. Just as they are about to escape to the elevator, the xenomorph kills Tyler and Andy goes into failure mode. Rain and Kay manage to get into the elevator, but Rain can't leave Andy behind and she returns. In the elevator, Kay injects black goo herself. Rain gets Andy rebooted, and just as they're about to get on the elevator, they're surrounded by numerous xenomorphs. Rain removes the artificial gravity from the space station, with which she manages to kill many aliens with a pulse rifle. Finally, Andy and Rain get to Corbelan's ship, where Kay is already. The trio escapes on the Corbelan from the space station, which is beginning to be destroyed. Rain puts Kay to sleep in the hypersleep pods, and just as she is also going to sleep, Kay's pods announce the interruption of the mode. Kay gives birth to a large mutant egg. The egg's acid eats its way through the floor into the cargo capsule, where Rain goes after Egg and she finds a hatched egg. Andy goes see Kay. A hatched mutant appears, damages Andy, and starts eating Kay. Rain releases the cryo energy tank into the ship, which begins to drop in temperature fast. Rain wears a spacesuit that provides oxygen and protection from the cold. She lures the mutant into the cargo capsule and detaches the capsule. The capsule and the mutant are destroyed in the planetary rings of LV-410. Finally, Rain prepares Andy and herself in hypersleep pods for the journey towards the desired planet.
This is a cryolog for the mining hauler Corbelan. I set course to the Ivaga system without knowing if I'll ever reach it or what fate is to find me. But whatever comes, I'll face it. This is Rain Carradine, last survivor of the Corbelan. Signing off.